Consciousness, elevated consciousness. What are we saying? We said in video 3, which is so important, so important. Without those understandings that we learned from Rav and Karen, and which I believe is the reason Rav and Karen came to help us, or to take us back to the original thought of how to do it, without understanding how to combine, how to use the body as a tool for the soul, not as a prison for the soul. This is what we came here to do. All the knowledge, all the guidance, all the truth of what I need to know is here. Watch video 3. I know it's long. It has to be long because it's not Instagram instant. It's consciousness, meaning we can't. It doesn't take a page in my book to allow my soul to connect with my physical body and to bring me my abundance. It takes exercise. A lot of exercise. So what's a consciousness? What's an elevated consciousness? We said there's two extremes, right? The body is the physical, limited, can't see nothing from nothing. The soul is endless. Everything is right here, right now. Today and tomorrow is here. Me and my abundance is here. Me and the love and the joy and the happiness and the health is here now in the endless. And these two extremes we said are opposing, and we started learning the technology of how to make them one, how to bring all that endless into the into the finite, into the physical. We said that the way to combine them is to start allowing the body to lower its voice, listen less and less and less to what the body and the five senses are telling me, believe it less and less, because this is what's telling me I'm limited, and start to be more aware of what I'm not aware of, the endless. Consciousness, and elevator or not, is how much am I stuck in believing what I see, and how much am I able to go release that and feel more and more the true reality. The less I'm bonded inside the limitation of the physicality, the more I am connected to my soul. That's how my consciousness gets elevated. In Kabbalah, what does it mean up or down, higher or lower? One person is higher than the other, lower than the other, holier than the other. Lower is the physicality. Why? Because it's so limited. Higher is the consciousness. We always talk about the creator as higher, up there. Why? Because we're talking about something that has no physicality in it. But there's a way to go from physicality to unphysical, to complete freedom, which is the work that we're doing. The way to remind the body, to allow the body to have endless abundance, to have endless love, protection, health, everything, is by doing restriction. We said if you don't understand restriction correctly with a 3-column system, you're not connecting to your endless soul. You're not. You're living, you're forcing yourself to be a little less this and a little more that, and you're training yourself. It's like when you train an animal to do something, the aleph. You play with your physicality. You never injected your infinite soul into the body consciousness. Then you're not really making a connection with your creator, with your creator self, with your endlessness. Restriction, 3-column system, we said. I have a body, the body experiences fragmentation. I am a creator, it's endless. Everything is right here, right now. How do I make them together? How do I bring the endless into the physicality, which is what we came here to do? We tell the body, shh, 1 second. It's amazing. You want something. I know. Amazing. You do want to desire everything. Build it. Desire it. This is your left column. It's how you draw light. Without left column, without your desire being, I want everything. And what is a real desire? A real desire is how much you're willing to do, to give up in order to receive. Like, what's the difference between a person that made millions and a person that didn't? Mainly, how much they were willing to give, to do, and to put everything aside in order to get it. Now, we're not telling you that in order to make the millions, you want to forget that you have kids for wife. That's not it is. But desire is how much you want something, is how much you're willing to give. What we're talking about giving is giving up the understanding of the physical. So let's go back. We have a desire for something amazing. We want to Even when we just want to feel amazing. Amazing desire is great, but what's the next thing to do? What does the infinite want to do? It wants to give me exactly that and more. It just wants to come into me. What do I need to do? I need to shut down my understanding of how it's going to come, because my understanding of how it's going to come is my limitation. I need to do restriction. I need to create a circle. I need to tell the body consciousness, which is everything I know. There is a force, which is me, which is the creator in me, that knows how to do this better and wants to come in. Listen to it. It's telling you how to do it. Be willing to give everything you think is right for you to receive more. But you need to be willing to do what the creator tells you to do. Not like, oh, only if people are still going to like me, I'm going to do it. How much do you really desire what you want? That's how much you're willing to give up. The restriction size has to be at least the level of your desire. If you desire something that much, this is the only way to get it. That's how much you're willing to. I do want to desire it. I want it. I don't want to give it up. But at the same time, I want to give up the body consciousness of how I'm going to get it. And I'm going to allow the creator to show me how to do it as part of creator's plan for the universe, as part of being a channel for everybody else to receive. So that's the part of how consciousness has to start building, elevating. The more I practice the muscle of desire and put the desire on hold, knowing there's something amazing coming to me, trusting, knowing is a key word. Knowing there is a creator here, right here, that doesn't have a choice. We said it's giving, it's just giving. Doesn't even desire to give, it's giving everything I want and more. So when I want something and I don't practice, and it's not easy. This is the work we came here to do. This is the work we came here to do. To acquire everything by desiring everything. This is why we have a body and a desire and an illusion of lack. The illusion of lack tells us, I don't have, I want. Yes, you want. I want is amazing, is important. Do I need to take it from someone else? Do I need to take it right now? Do I need to? No. I'm going to allow the universe to direct me how I'm receiving it in a way that I'm also sharing it, not from here, not try to think of an answer. By shh, I need to hear all that knowledge. The soul is talking to me all the time. I want to give you, listen. And we never stop, we never restrict, and we never connect to the realm that wants to give us. There's that tension between how much I want and how much I'm willing to not receive it the way I want it, but I'm willing to receive it with the endless of it, meaning having the universe as part of my system. This is where the magic happens. It's not natural. Our nature is to desire something and acquire it. And what did we say? We get it, we lose it because we did not do the restriction. The restriction is like when you are driving, if you know the stick shift, or you know how it really works in the car, you want to shift gears, you need to let go of one gear first and then put into the other. You cannot put gear into gear. That place where you take off the gear and you switch to the other, that place is a connection. No one can do it for you. You're the only one that knows if you did it correctly or not, or how much are you really letting go. What does letting go means? I want right now everybody to like me. It's not that I want to say I don't want everybody to like me. I want to say I really want to feel loved. I want so much to feel loved. I deserve to feel loved. I came here to receive everything, including the feeling of being loved. Great. God, I really want to feel loved. I'm willing to not feel loved until it's coming from the right source. How hard is that? And the next thing that somebody doesn't like me, I'm willing to die on it and not take it from the wrong place, which is causing ending. If I don't stop on the desire to feel loved right now and allow it to come from the right source, which is creator, I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it feels like. So when you do your restriction, it feels like you're willing to die. I need to be loved right now. I can't handle this. I'm willing to not feel love. You need to burn something inside. You need to be willing to not receive unless it's the right thing, meaning you need to know that if you do that, you will receive it in an endless way, not in a finite way that somebody liked me, I feel good, the next day I feel horrible, because it's over, it has an end, it doesn't last. But if I resist taking it to myself the way I want it, the way the body want it, and I allow the endless to give it to me, it will show me things that I don't know and nobody can teach me. This is how we connect to the knowing. So consciousness is a practice of how much I shake off my need to be holding to physicality and allow myself to know there's something greater in me that already has everything that I want if I just create a resistance, a real restriction, a real saying to the physical world, shake off, shake off. You're not, I don't want to be depending on you, because I know I'm better than that. I know I have more than that. The more we practice, the less we have a dependency, the less the physical universe has a hold of us. What happened with the Rav and Karen? With the Rav and Karen walk into a room, the whole room felt different. Rav and Karen look at you, they see all your lifetimes before, they see your thoughts. You know, one student once tells the Rav, look, the Rav had a dream about the Rav, it went this way and that way and this and that. The Rav, yeah, you forgot that that and that and that also happened in the dream. True story. You know, where I shared this story before, like there was a huge hurricane and we just moved to Florida. We coming from Rosh Hashanah in LA and California, Palm Beach, Palm Springs. And there's a huge hurricane. We don't have a clue how a hurricane works. They're evacuating all the people from the shore from Miami Beach area. We live in Miami Beach, newly in there, and we're like collecting food and everybody telling us what to do, how to hide, how to this, how to that. And then we call the Rav, and the Rav says, hurricane ain't gonna hit. I bring the food back to the supermarket. I was just outside the door. Everything back, take it. Everything is good. We knew. We knew. The Rav knows. The Rav and Karen, when they live in this physical world, they actually so not depending on the physical world that everything for them, yesterday, tomorrow, you, me, all the souls, you can see it. That's elevated consciousness. And we all here to do it. We all can do it by shaking off, by doing the real restriction. Every time the desire has a hold on me, I want that desire because that's what I'm going, how I'm going to get the light. I want to keep the desire, but I want to shake off the need to have this desire fulfilled in the physical. And I'm going to want to develop the muscle of knowing that in a much better way and in a freedom way, not depending on anybody else external, anything else external, I'm going to receive it from the Creator. I don't know what to do right now. I do know what to do right now. Let me hear it. But by hearing it, I mean I need to shut down all this part of hearing, information, sfirot, books. I've seen people quote Kabbalah right and left to give you all the wrong answers with the quotes, with the psukim, with the verses. And Rav Ashlag said, when something happens, you don't move. No. Even if that verse was a quote, it's you need to elevate your consciousness, meaning work your muscle of being less and less dependent on anything physical, meaning external. Physical, we call external. Spiritual, we call internal. Does that make sense? Yes. The more you're connected to the internal universe, the more you can see things, the more you know things, the more you trust, the more you're completely guided. And when the Rav talks about freedom, Pesach, Exodus, 72 names, complete freedom, what does that mean? It means that the physical world is this little for me because I can see already and I can feel and I'm guided. I know that whether this person hurts me or not and this source of income comes in or not, it's not about them. I know it's not coming from outside. We just did the reading of Beshalach, of the manna. I'm not depending of something else to give me the money. Even though I get my check from this person for another, I'm not. It's not about them. I'm starting to develop by resisting the dependency on the finite world. Consciousness is something you elevate by real work, hard work, willing to lose everything to gain everything without losing the desire to gain. This is why Aron and Karen are my teachers forever and ever and ever. I'll tell you one more little story, after Robin left, and we were all so shocked, and it was difficult. So we had a meeting. We asked people to come and sit together in a circle in Boca and tell stories of Robin Karen. And that story that remains with me is like this short. Debbie Drury, where are you? I love you. We sit in a circle, and Debbie Drury says, okay, so there was a huge event, hundreds of people, noise, everything. Rav walks into the room. On the way to the room, Rav looks me in the eyes and she jumps off her chair and she said, that's it. From that point on, my life will never be the same. That one instant glimpse of a look of the Rav in your eyes. Because what? Because the elevated consciousness of Rav and Karen is no longer confined into what we see, think, understand. It is connected to our creator. They shook off. They've been through all these testings that shook off their limitations, their dependency on the physical. Elevated consciousness, if you see a scale from, we're almost like an animal. What we see is what we get. We have needs met, and that's it. Our work is to start saying, this is not all there is. There is an amazing abundance. And I am not just the needy. I am so much more. I'm the giver. I'm a soul that here to influence, to shine. So much more than the physicality. That's elevated consciousness. You shake off your dependency and your limited perception of what is in the physical, and you really start having the knowing. It's like a bigger reality is guiding you against the logic, against what other people say. But it works. So you're not afraid. Elevated consciousness. You started connecting to people. What you are and what they are becomes connected because you are more of the connected part of us, the endless, and you're less of the limiting. Who you are is how much your consciousness was able to shake off the limitation. Love you so much. Let's do more of that. I love it. There's so much more I want to say, but next time.